Hello friends, welcome to my channel Essentials of Management. As you know, motto of this channel is to evolve high standards of education and training of the subject management science in general and that of environment, health and safety management in particular. Friends, today we are going to continue with the series various management techniques. We will have discourse 4. Here we are discussing about technique 5S. We will discuss part 4 of total 7 parts to discuss about second S, that is Seiton. So friends, we have already seen first S, that is theory, that is sort. So let us see what is the second S. What it says: once you have eliminated all the unneeded atoms in first S, that is theory, turn to the leftover atoms. So whatever you have kept the atoms as useful or needed, turn to them. Let us see what is to be done. Seiton or orderliness is all about efficiency. This step consists of putting everything in an assigned place so that it can be accessed or retrieved quickly as well as return in that same place quickly. So now you have left with some few needed things and now you are supposed to arrange them in an orderly manner. Try to create a place for everything and try to keep everything in place. This is a simple principle of second S, that is Seiton or systematizing. Now question: when you ask someone to bring a hammer, how long can you wait without getting mad? Means you have asked your subordinate to bring a hammer and you are just waiting for getting that hammer. You are in a hurry, there is a urgent work. Now how long is your patience? 5 minutes, 2 minutes or 5 seconds? So the meaning is you just can't keep on waiting that your subordinate will find where the hammer is and then he will bring it to you. So for that you have to organize layout of tools and equipment. So whatever the tools and equipment you are using, you have to keep all of them in an orderly manner in a place with all the tags so that you can easily find it. This is a simple principle of this second S. So you have to keep the things at designated locations. You have to use tapes and labels so you can read from the labels and you can find out from the tapes. Ensure everything is available as it is needed and at the point of use. So try to arrange the tools and equipment where they are needed. Just don't keep it somewhere else. Maybe you may have kept it in orderly manners, but if it is not near to your workstation or wherever that equipment or tool is required, then again you will lose the time. The purpose of this is that you are not supposed to lose the time just in finding the tools and equipment and whatever the material you want while you are working at your workstation. This is a very simple fundamental, right? So you have to create a 30-second rule. You must arrange a tool board so that you can get any tool within 30 seconds. You can easily find out and get it when you want it. So what are the workplace checkpoints? Positions of aisles and storage places clearly marked. So you have to mark aisles clearly, you have to mark the storage places clearly. Tools classified and stored by frequency of use. So which tool you required more, that is to be stored at the nearest place. Simple. So according to your need, the nearness of your tool should be there. Your pallets must be stacked correctly. Safety equipment easily accessible. So you are not supposed to keep anything in front of the safety tools or equipment like your fire extinguishers or hydrants. If you keep many things in front of the fire extinguisher, you will not be able to access that fire extinguisher easily and readily when it is required. If there is a fire and if you keep on wasting your time for removing whatever is placed in front of the fire extinguisher, you will lose the precious golden time and the fire will be more or big. So what is the use of fire extinguisher once the fire has turned big? Yes. So safety equipment easily accessible. Floors in good condition. That means if you want to run, you should not fall or trip because of the uneven floor, right? So these are the workplace checkpoints when you are observing Seiton. Keywords and typical activities. What are the keywords for it? Design and efficient layout, functional storage. So your layout has to be very, very efficient and properly laid with all the aisles and gangways and proper storage of the tools and tackles and proper storage of the raw material according to the need. Eliminate search. So if you keep the things in orderliness at the proper place, so place for everything and everything in place, you will not require to search the things. So eliminate search. What should be your motive? That you will eliminate the search or less search. Everything should have a name. Every tool, tackle, your equipment should be given a particular name while you are giving a place to it. A place for everything and everything in its place. So typical Seiton activities are stripes on files. So you can find the file which is required, or you can find that some file is missing if you put the strips on the files. First in, first out. So have the principle of consuming the material, that is first in, first out, that is FIFO. Easy to read notices. Put labels, notices wherever required, so you can easily read those notices. So what is Seiton or systematized in short? It can be also translated as set in order. If everyone has quick access to an atom or materials, workflow becomes efficient and the worker become productive. So what is the ultimate aim of this? To reduce the time, to increase the efficiency and to increase the productivity of every individual worker. The correct place, position or holder for every tool, atom or material must be chosen carefully in relation to how the work will be performed and who will use them. So tools and tackles must be near to the worker who requires it. Raw materials must be arranged so that they are nearest to the workstation where the materials are required. Okay. Every single atom must be allocated its own place for safekeeping, and each location must be labeled for easy identification of what it is for. So, keeping everything in place and place for everything, and that place has to be labeled that this atom is kept here. It prevents loss and waste of time. Make it easy to find and pick up necessary atoms. So while doing Seiton, keep in mind the right location where the things will be used. FIFO, that is first in first out arrangement. Labeling of the area and the equipment is very important. Keep proper gaps between two things to avoid confusion. So things should not be crammed, they should be, have a proper gap between the two atoms. Now, what are the consequences of not following Seiton? Things are seldom available when needed. So you keep on finding and searching the things. Atoms gets lost, so you just don't find it when it is required. Atoms get mixed up, so again you waste your time to find out the required thing. Visual control is not possible. Failure to achieve target. So because as you waste the time, you cannot keep your schedule of the production, okay, or your deliveries in turn. Seiton and visual control. So it is systematizing the things. Seiton is associated with visual control. You can see from the photographs. Good Seiton includes use of labels, signs, indications, display and cautions. It highlights difference between normality and abnormality. So if the tool is not placed at the proper place, immediately from the tool board you can find out that this tool is kept somewhere, and you just find it out and keep it in a proper place. So you find the abnormality and bring the thing to the normal. Non-users of the equipments also become aware of its use and precautions. So even a new person comes there, if he reaches to the tool board, he can find out the required tool immediately. Otherwise he will not be able to find out, right? So friends, this is all about the Seiton, the second S, where we have discussed how to keep the orderliness, how to have a place for everything and everything in place, how the labeling is to be done, and how the things should be kept in a very, very proper and orderly manner. So thank you very much for watching. Resume viewing. For that, switch on to discourse 5, where we will discuss third S, that is seesaw. Friends, please do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Have a good day.